जी सत श्री अकाल जी सारिਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਫਿਰ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ अच्छा ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਸੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਕੰਟੈਂਟ ਵਧੀਆ ਲੱਗੂਗਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਅਗਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰਿਪੇਅਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਰਿਪਲਾਈ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਆਇਲਟਸ ਰਿਲੇਟਡ ਕੰਟੈਂਟ ਪਾਓ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਹਾਂ ਆਇਲਟਸ ਰਿਲੇਟਡ ਕੰਟੈਂਟ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਨਵਾਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪੂਰੀ ਸਪੀਕਿੰਗ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਜਾਵੇਗੀ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਟਰੋਡਕਸ਼ਨ क्यू कार्ड ते फॉलोअप्स हर दिन एक पूरी स्पीकिंग ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ प्रोवाइड की जाऊगी जो तुसी देखनी है ते ਉਹਨੂੰ प्रैक्टिस करना है ते अगले दिन ਉਹੀ स्पीकिंग तुसी इंस्टीट्यूट ਵਿੱਚ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਆਪਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ परफेक्शन पा सकते हो ਤਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਆਪਾਂ फर्स्ट डे ਤੋਂ बिगिन ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ट्रांसपोर्टेशन वाले इंट्रोडक्शन कराए जाएंगे क्यू कार्ड ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ फर्स्ट कराया जाऊगा ते ਉਹਦੇ रिलेटेड फॉलोअप्स कराए जाएंगे so let's begin with intro part guys. So we have picked one of the topic that is transportation. So let's begin. The very first question is, which is the most common mode of transportation in your country? Generally speaking, the most common mode of transportation in my nation is buses, since they are much more convenient. Moreover, they are also much cost effective. In order to have a safe journey, people usually prefer buses since they are more easily accessible to every person nowadays. Let's move to the next question. Next question is, which mode of transportation do you prefer? Personally speaking, I prefer private cars since it not only provides me with the comfort but also it helps me to maintain command. I can stop anywhere, anytime without any restriction just because of my own private car. Let's move to the next question, and the question is private vehicle gaining more popularity nowadays? So I would say, in my opinion, yes. Since private vehicles not only offers you command on the vehicle, but also it offers you privacy. So it is gaining a much more popularity among the individuals in my nation. Moreover, in order to have a comfortable journey, people usually prefer private cars. Let's move to the next question, and it is the last one. And the question is, what is the best age of driving? What is the best age for driving? As we all know, so I'm going to repeat the same. I think the best age for driving is 18 above, as the person at that age is not only mentally fit but also physically fit, and he can manage the different complexes that we need to handle while driving. Moreover, in my nation, 18 plus is considered to be a legal age for driving, and a person is provided with a driving license after this age. So that is the end of our part 1. We are done with the intro part, and now we'll begin with part 2, that is cue card. So let's begin with the cue card, and the cue card topic is describe along our journey. So should we begin guys? So let's start. Although I have undergone many different trips in my life, but today I would like to talk about one such trip that I recently did, and it was the journey to Shimla. I vividly remember that it so happened a couple of months ago. To be more precise, it was month of June. Actually, I was sitting idle at home, so suddenly I realized to do something productive. In order to do something fruitful, I just planned a trip to Shimla. I discussed the thing with my parents and they agreed. I was over the moon at that time since I didn't expected that they will agree. Then I called to all my kith and kins to join me, and they also agreed. And that was a later day for me, since that was going to be the first trip with all my kith and kins, and that too by car. Although we had two options, either we can go by a private car or by a public transportation, but we preferred car since it not only offers command to us but also it is much more comfortable. So I vividly recall that we started our journey at 4 a.m. on 17th June, and around 8 a.m. we covered half of our distance. So we were starving, so we made our first stop at a restaurant named Five Star in Bathinda. There we enjoyed snacks. Being a fussy eater, I took only some of the food, but my relatives just ate like a horse since they were dying hungry. After taking lunch, we started our journey once again back to the Shimla, and our second stop was a park named Rosewood, and it was such a beautiful park that I can't explain in words. The lush green ambience of the park just attracted me a lot, and we clicked a lot of pictures over there. That was literally a very special moment for me. Even today, in my room, there is a picture of our family that we clicked in that park, and I loved it a lot. And whenever I see that picture, all the memories related to that very moment resuscitates in mind. Moving further, we recommenced our journey, and at 7 p.m. we reached to our destination. As I entered the Shimla city, I was shocked to see the spick and span nature of that very place, and I felt inner satisfaction after watching that. It was my first trip with my Kathangans, so it was literally very special. If I talk about how I felt an overwhelming mix of happiness, enjoyment, and excitement after doing this trip. And even today, I just remember everything of that very trip very nicely. So, all in all, this is the trip that I made recently, and that too by car. Thank you so much. So, that is the end of our cue card. Now, let's move to the follow up. So, let's begin with the follow ups. Let's start, guys. The very first question is, why do people like to have their private cars? Generally speaking, people just love to have the self-owned cars, since it not only offers them with the command on the vehicle, but also it provides them with the comfort. This is the main reason why people just prefer to have their own car. Moreover, they get a command on the vehicle, so because of this, they can stop anywhere, anytime without any restriction. So I think these are the main reasons behind people procuring their own private vehicles. Let's move to the next question, and the question is it a good thing that everyone has his or her own car? So is it a good thing that everybody has his or her own car? Despite knowing that pollution level is escalating day by day, I wonder that it's literally a very nice thing to have your own private car, as it not only offers you with the comfort, but also it gives you the command on the vehicle. In addition to that, we get privacy. So that is the most important thing that today everybody needs. So I guess these are the reasons, and that is a good thing behind having your own private car. Let's move to the last question, and the last question is, what qualities does a driver need to have? Although there are many qualities that a driver should have, but the most prominent ones are, like, the first and foremost is a good eyesight. If a person have lack of vision or any problem in his or her eyes, so it may cause any mishappening, so it can be dangerous for the passenger sitting behind him or her. The second reason or the second quality would be the good driving skills. If I talk about a driving person, like a bus driver, so he has the responsibility of many passengers, so he must have a good driving skills so as to avoid any mishappening. Lastly, I would say driver should be very calm and polite by nature in order to behave good with the people. So that is the end of our follow-ups. I hope you liked it. It will benefit everybody, guys. So surely watch it and surely like it. Thank you so much.